What is up, guys? I got another little recap coming to you from a war we had just now with the Swarm, which is a fellow Fair Play clan. They are actually, let's look at their stats here. So they are an adult competitive Fair Play clan, home to some of the best 3-star attackers this game has to offer. Check them out on the swarmcoc.weebly.com for their requirements, and of course check out their sister clan there for any other needs. As you can see, let's start off looking at what they did to our bases. They were able to clear almost all our 9s. A couple of our low guys, unfortunately, did give them some trouble, but that's really because they had a couple of Town Hall 8s, or 5 Town Hall 8s rather. So it ended up, being a very strange matchup. They had 5 Town Hall 8s, where we have 0, and we have 1 Town Hall 11, and they have 3. So it really made for a strange matchup. Unfortunately, they weren't able to cover for their 8s enough to where they were able to have good Town Hall 10 triple attempts from the 11s. So it did just sort of work out in our favor, where we had the upper hand. But I will go ahead and start the recap here with my attack, actually, because once again I am selfish. So I'm going to do a little Queen Walk LaLoon, and so if you look at my videos, I'm actually posting, it might be tomorrow or something, I'm posting a Mass Valk video, how to Mass Valk video, and this will be featured on there. Unfortunately, my queen did sort of walk to the north. I don't really know why she did that instead of continuing down over there to the west. Didn't really matter though. The Valks are going in. They're going to take out the CC troops. They're going to catch the aggro still and bust that wall. Go ahead and drop that freeze down, covering the Tesla, Inferno Tower, and Expo, as my king and the Valks are all converging down there in the southwest. My heel was probably a little bit off. Could have led a little bit further with that, but ends up not really mattering, as they are going to work their way around. The south coming sort of clockwise around here, as my queen is going to work her way up there in the north. Do still have her ability to help me out as well, as they're going to take out that compartment right there. I do have my wall breakers because I was planning on wall breaking my queen in up there on the northwest, but the way it worked out, I do go and drop them there to bring in my Valks. Somehow, some way, my king does almost die but survive right here. And he's going to be able to take out this mortar and the wizard tower. As you see, look, I don't know how he's still alive. Even going to catch a little bomb right there. Still somehow stays alive. And he's going to stay alive to be able to take out that last builder's hut. I think it wouldn't have mattered. I think it still would have been a triple either way. But still, very nice when luck is on your side. But for Draven's attack, he also did the same thing, a Mass Valk. But you're going to have to watch my how to Mass Valk video for that one, where his is a very good example of everything I'm going to talk about in the video. MrTeaa also coming in with a triple, Sorat coming in with a triple, but next coming down to watch Hockey's triple on number 12, and he's going to do a Queen Walk GoVaHo as well. Very similar sort of thing, going to come across with the Queen Walk right here. She's going to be able to take out quite a bit of this base. Does try to wall break her in, and unfortunately does have a wall breaker fail. Ends up not mattering so much, as she's going to continue walking around. I didn't realize I'm on 4x. But the Giants and the Valks and the King and the Golem are all going down there in the south. He does opt to bring Giants a lot of the times instead of Valks. In my opinion, I like Valks better, but it doesn't, it's to each his own. Does drop that Rage down to cover those defenses right there. Goes ahead and drops a jump to make sure they're able to get to the Queen and on to the next compartment. Does drop a Earthquake as well, as those high HP building buffers there. They're going to make their way through that quite nicely, and once everything is tanked over here on the northwest side, the Hogs are all going to come down, be able to take down those exterior point defenses, and continue working their way across the north side of this base. They're all going to sort of converge over here on the west side, as his Valks and Wizards are working their way around as well to be able to get the cleanup, as everything converges here for a very nice triple here from Hockey. Very cool attack. Next attack, we're going to come down to 13 to see MrTeaa's other attack. Very nice. He had a 6-star war, which is really cool. And he's going to do a zapquake LaLoon, and he's going to bring 3 zaps and a quake. Probably didn't need the quake, if I remember correctly. No, he did need it, actually. I thought he was able to take down the Inferno Tower without it, but the way he drops the Quake, he is able to get some more damage on the other Inferno Tower, and other buildings as well. Queen Walk coming down. She's just going to wall breaker in. As you saw, he took out an Inferno Tower and air defense with a zapquake. Wall breakers coming in. Queen going to take out that other Inferno Tower, Expo, the Queen, and the CC. So very high value right there from his Queen. And he's going to send a Golem and some Wizards to make the funnel down there from the southwest. And going to send in his King down there to take out the other air defense. Rage goes down to be able to get through these CC troops pretty easily. Does have that poison down to help with the Queen kill. Everything looking very nice right here. Does have to pop her ability. Probably could have saved it in hindsight, but you know, better safe than sorry. Air defense goes down. A heavy loon pathing right at the beginning, making sure they're going to be able to get through this Tesla farm and Expo and Inferno Tower. Only Rage for the flight goes down there to cover those high value targets there, as the loons are all making their way around. Does have a ground expo as well, which isn't going to hurt his flight too badly, as they're all going to path around. Gets a beautiful split right here as they're working their way around that north side, getting all the cleanup down. King goes down. Loons all coming on these last defenses for a very pretty 3-star here from MrTeaa, showing that LaLoon is not dead. Not entirely, anyway. Next, coming down to 15, down to the Town Hall 9s, we have Wiggum going in for another fresh triple. Or, well, this is our first fresh triple, rather. Doing a little GoVaHo. So he's just going to send in his wall breakers and golem there, with the Wizards making the funnel. Queen helping out as well. Once everything's looking nice, going to send in the King and Valks, everything moving in very nicely. The jump is going to go down over there. And one good thing you can see about that is the position of the jump is actually going to pull the Queen out at the right position as well. So the King is going to get in there very easily to take out the enemy Queen and take out the rest of that core, as a few hogs are working their way around the west side over there, as his main pack of hogs is coming over there on the east. Does have 2 heals for them, as he saw that he popped 3 giant bombs. Is just going to go ahead and get all of his hogs down, get that heal down as well to cover that expo, as they're all going to come across very nicely here in the south. It's a little bit of a split as they're working their way around. Didn't really matter anyway, as the Queen did have her ability getting through that wall, getting through that town hall for a very pretty fresh triple here from Wiggum. Very nice attack. And coming down to 18, we have Fang doing a fresh CB LaLoon. And a lot of time on these CB LaLoons, when you're able to get to the Queen compartment in an air defense without having to use a spell, you see a zapquake. But as you see, the air defenses aren't so hard to get to on this base, and there are a lot of exposed point defenses on the outside, so he does just go ahead and forego the zapquake. Gonna bring in his golem there. His golem did not go like he wanted, I'm just gonna assume anyway. It didn't really matter though. King and Queen are going to be able to get in there to the Queen compartment, and does have some Wizards helping out with the CC kill as well. Maybe it helped him actually, because it was able to keep the Lava Hound off the Queen until she was able to get through the enemy Queen. King does die right here. A couple barbs that are also going to die. Queen working through the Lava Hound, does have to pop her ability right there to take out those pups, but is going to take it down and continue to be alive to do a little bit more damage. Does drop a heal down, which is interesting, and I don't really know why. I guess because the sweeper is going to be doing some work right there, and he didn't want the wizard tower to take out his loons early. But it ends up working out for him, as you can see, because everything is pathing around really nicely around here. Does have that last hound going down. It is going to die before the loons get there, but as you see, there's just way too many loons still alive, and they're going to make very short work of this base. Does have 1 loon in the pocket as well to help clean up. Goes ahead and makes sure to haste over that CC to make sure that the CC is able to move as quickly as possible. That's what a haste does, for whatever reason. I don't know. He just swagged it, whatever. But, you know, very nice triple here from Fang. Next attack, coming down to 21, we have Kastro going in with a little Shattered GoHo, time-tested attack. Kind of interesting, he's actually going to use the Golem to just basically catch aggro from the Queen right here. That's the main point of it. Once that's going down, he does go and drop the wall breakers down. King goes down right behind it. It is going to catch aggro pretty early. Gets a couple wall breakers down. It's going to go in, take the Queen down. The other Golem is sort of going to work its way around, but having those Wizards on it is really going to get through a lot of the base here, as it's going to sort of tank in that little moat right there. Does have that Expo on the King, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't think he wanted that. But as you see, the weird King pathing ended up making up for that, as the Golem is sitting in the middle doing a ton of tanking. It does have a Tesla farm over there in the west for his hogs, but as you see, having the 4 heals, it's just way too much for this base, not making bacon on it. So they're going to path through very easily here, just taking out the last little bit of this base. Does have a little ghetto giant bomb right there by the Expo, but just way too many hogs still alive at this point as everything is working its way around. Does have a little bit more base to work through over there on the west side, but all the wizards and hogs are all sort of going to go back over there to be able to clean this up pretty easily for a very nice attack. As you see, Kastro's are number 35, taking out the 21, so very impressive there from him. Cool attack, though. Next attack, let's go down to 22. This was not a fresh attack, whereas all the other Town Hall 9 attacks have been. But as you see, what yankeestom is basically going to do is a Queen Walk drag attack. And as you see, if he wall breakers into that archer tower, he's going to be able to reach 2 air defenses, an Expo, the CC, and really just everything at this point. So he's going to drop that rage down, going to be able to take out that CC. Poison was a little bit late, but ends up not really mattering at all as she's going to step in. Does go and get that zapquake down. Queen stepping up very nicely here to be able to take out the Expo, the Tesla, and the air defense. As soon as the archer tower rather is tanked on the queen here in a second, there we go. Gonna drop that wizard down. It's gonna work its way down to the south as all the dragons are going down now, converging sort of on this queen compartment here, as only one dragon is initially gonna catch aggro on the queen, but then 3 or 4 other dragons get over there and they're able to get through with one breath. King going down over here on the southwest side, basically just for funneling purposes, as it's able to take out some exterior defenses, as well as all those base buffers, keeping those dragons all kept together. They do have quite a few more than he probably wanted going to the north, but as you see, only the 2 archer towers remaining. That's going to be a potential threat, plus any traps on his dragons, so they're going to be able to make their way over to the west side, archer tower rather, as he does still have his queen ability as well, for a very nice triple here coming in from Tom, showing that drag attacks are not dead at Town Hall 9. When the base calls for it, they are still very strong, even without 30 seconds. Cool stuff. Next attack, coming down to 27, we have Gabris doing a Shattered LaLoon. And as you see, only 20 heroes on this attack as well as Kastro's. So he's our 37 attacking up to the 27, and so he's actually going to send in 2 golems here and some wall breakers. And if he had more or higher heroes rather, he probably either could have foregone bringing the second golem or could have foregone bringing the jump. But as you see, he does need having the low heroes, as the king is going to step up, be able to take down the queen really easily, take out that air defense, take out the enemy king, and then the queen is going to step up to take out the other air defense. That last little bit of CC golem is going to go down as his flight's going down. Going to drop that haste in to help everything work to that air defense pretty quickly here. Hound is still alive, working its way through. The rage is pretty perfectly placed in order to cover the Expo as well, as everything is working its way through really nicely here. Does have that wizard tower distracting on the golem, or the hound rather, as the LaLoon is taking it out. And watch here, this is perfect timing on this hound, as it is going to pop right before that Tesla goes down to really help with the cleanup, as that wizard is working its way around sort of clockwise, and goblins as well as these last LaLoons working their way around, getting the rest of this cleanup done as well. So a very nice attack here to Gabris. Cool attack, gotta love it. For our second to last attack, we have Dean going in on their 28, doing a GoVaLo, bringing in the LaLoons instead of the hounds, or instead of the hogs. So as you see, if he comes in from this southeast entry point, he's going to rip through a Tesla farm and 4 air defenses, so absolutely massive value coming in. He's actually going to bring 2 jumps, probably needed 2, never mind. But he is going to be able to take down all 4 air defenses there. Queen does start walking, which he obviously did not want, and almost had an issue with that air defense going down. But as you see, he's going to drop 1 wizard right here. Watch this is a really pretty wizard. He's going to drop, here it comes, right there, that 1 wizard coming all the way over to take down that air defense in just 1 hit. So pretty cool wizard drop right there. As you see, the queen didn't die. That's what's really cool, but he had so many LaLoons that it didn't matter, as those LaLoons are just going to converge on the queen really easily, much easier than a king kill for the LaLoons, as he's going to make sure to go ahead and haste up that CC as well, making sure it's going to recover as quickly as possible from its utter demise there. But a very nice attack there to Dean. There's just tons of LaLoons still left up. Cool attack. Last attack, we're going to come down here to 29. And watch James do a Queen Walk GoVaHo here. What James is going to do is just a little Queen Walk here. He's going to wall breaker into that little archer tower compartment. Does go and drop that giant down, making sure to get the king aggro, sort of helping out the queen as well, making sure that he doesn't need 2 rages here. As you can see, he does get a little bit fortunate being able to only have 1 point defense on his queen right here before she steps in. But once she does have 2 point defenses on her here, does go and drop that rage down. Going to be able to work through everything right here, take out those air defenses, and eventually work her way down to the CC. As you see, that wizard doing a ton of work right there, completely tanked. CC coming out, does go ahead and get the lure with the hog. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but it was very good foresight doing it. Golem going in right there, doing really good tanking, taking also a giant bomb out rather. Does have a couple of pups go over on his Valks, which isn't ideal, but definitely not the worst thing in the world. Queen making her way across the north side, taking out these last defenses. A couple jumps going over to the queen compartment. King is still alive, still hasn't been touched, still has his ability, as he's going to be able to take out this queen compartment really easily, as all his hogs are going to come in on this last compartment. No heal for them, but it really doesn't matter because there's just so many troops up at this point. They're going to work their way through the base really easily. Does pop queen ability at possibly the worst time, as it does sit right on top of the giant bomb and loses all of his archers. Obviously, it does not matter though, as he has so many troops up, they're going to be able to work through the last of this base really easily. So a very cool attack there to James. Looking at the stats here, you can see that it really came down to 3 stars. We were just able to get more 3 stars than them. They unfortunately weren't able to clear 2 of our Town Hall 10s. Actually, one of them being me. Look at that. Look at that, 49%. Look how fancy that is. So unfortunately, we're not able to clear 2 of our Town Hall 10s. And, you know, we had more Town Hall 10 triple attempts because of how good our Town Hall 9s did. That's really what it boiled down to. So very, very nice war on our side. You know, very nice war to them as well. They were just unable to come back from having all those Town Hall 8s. So a little bit unfortunate for them, but hopefully we'll be able to schedule a rematch here sometime in the future and actually see, you know, what it would look like in a fair match. That'd be a real fun time. But anyway, guys, thanks to the Swarm for this great war. Thanks to my clanmates for providing me with some great content to share with you guys. And thanks to all of you guys as well for watching the video. Do take care, and I will catch you next time. Peace.